Hello there and welcome to Nerf Quest. Today we're taking a full look at the Nerf LMTD Amban Phase Pulse Blaster. First off, you can open it up, and there is the presentation, which is pretty cool. You see the Amban Phase Pulse Blaster itself, the Mandalorian right there, aiming it that way, and you got the instructions right here. Looks very cool. So to actually get it out without damaging the packaging, you flip it around this way, open this. I actually haven't opened the darts and I won't because they're pretty cool and unique. So the blaster comes out in this sleeve, and to take it out, you simply pull up, just like that, and it's free. So now out of the box, let's just go over like the basic operation of the blaster. So first off, this little button right here is actually just to turn on a little LED through the scope that you can't really see through. The sling mount over here is more like cosmetically there. It's not exactly the best sling mount. To operate the blaster, you pull this forward, stick a dart in, push it down, pull this back, and fire. Let's fire some shots at the target. Very smooth operation. Definitely very unique. It's funny, it's so long I can almost touch the target from here. It has very satisfying sounds. I find the ergonomics to be pretty bad. If you're not shouldering it and you hold it something like that, it actually doesn't feel too bad. Rate of fire slow, but it's also 100% the loading mechanism is accurate to the show. So accurate to the in-universe blaster that Din Djarin uses, which is really cool. It really adds to the cool factor of this blaster. Let's go outside and get some chronograph numbers. Okay, here we are outside. Now this blaster, the gold accents are just glimmering in the sun. I really like the way the aesthetics look. I like the wood stock and of course the gold accents to the faded, whatever they're calling it, on this barrel. I enjoy the way this blaster looks. On the right side we have Star Wars, and on the left side we have Nerf. This blaster is 4 feet long, making it like the longest Nerf blaster to date. Again, ergonomically, like if you're shouldering it, it's just like the weirdest thing. This is like 1-to-1 scale with the in-universe blaster, so it's not exactly the Hasbro engineer's fault. Now let's get some chronograph numbers. We're gonna stand way back because this barrel is enormous. I'll of course put the numbers on the screen. And that's 75 FPS. Let's see if we can duplicate that. That's 65. That's an error. That's only 50, so that's pretty poor. 50 is pretty bad. That's about end strike level. This barrel is huge though. That's 77. That's actually pretty excellent. I feel like maybe our inconsistency is coming from whether a dart hits the side of the barrel or not. That's 67. And we'll do one more. That's 66. So honestly, it's actually performing better than most jolts. Not a lot of jolts can hit up to 70 FPS. Most of the time they hit around 45 to 55. So with this long barrel, even getting, 75 occasionally is actually a pretty big achievement in my eyes, because it is like a prop style blaster. Definitely not intended to be practical in almost any sense. Let's just take some uphill. And that shot is only getting about 45 feet. Let's try one at a ridiculously steep angle. This is uphill. Let's aim it way up to this guy. That's probably about nearly 70 feet. So when the dart doesn't hit the side of the barrel, it's getting about elite performance. To buy or not to buy, if you're just a Nerf fan, it is not a performing blaster in any sense. Now, as far as, you know, a Star Wars collector, a lot of Star Wars stuff is like ridiculously expensive. So I can see the $120 price from like a 1-to-1 scale Star Wars prop perspective. And if you look at it that way, it also is a Nerf blaster. If you're a Nerf collector or a Star Wars collector, you know, I could definitely see this. Like, the collectability of this blaster is much better than the orange one. I've heard some people say the orange one is a much better buy because it's like the exact same blaster for 50 bucks, but it's not the exact same blaster. These front pieces are rubber, it does not have lights and sound, and doesn't have nearly enough paint on it. It also is not very collectible because the box it comes in is frustration free, so no cool Mandalorian box. And it also comes in 2 pieces, so you know, once you stick it together, you're not going to fit it back in your frustration-free box either. So this comes with something to display it with. It looks really good to me. And I just think, you know, for what it is, like looking at it as a collector's blaster, I think it's all right. Do not buy this in any sense wanting it to be a practical blaster. I'm really hoping the Book of Boba Fett blaster, the EE3, turns out to be a lot more ergonomic than this one. It looks like it's going to add some really cool features like drop-down cylinders that's never been seen on a stock Nerf blaster before. So I have high hopes for the Book of Boba Fett one. This one, again, I think it's all right, but it is quite bad if you're talking about a performance blaster. Just, it's 4 feet long and it's a single shot. That alone should tell you everything you need to know. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed and hope that all makes sense. Happy nerfing.